last. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Night Majik Media. David Adams, a.k.a. The Black Stick, a.k.a. The Budget Audio File, a.k.a. Tons of Fun,
Finding life along the
AKA multiple personality disorder.
No,
This
I don't want
microphone.
no rest.
Do you want me to put my
Echoing
microphone?
around these walls, fighting to create
Please don't.
a song. I don't wanna miss a beat.
Wow,
And
that's insane.
we'll go
Today we are talking about randomness, as we tend to do. I actually took some show notes for this show, but we'll see if we talk about them. My wife doesn't want to talk about them. Yeah.
through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I just noticed that the Night Majik Media channel Facebook page still has the 678-810-0641 number from when I had that Skype activated, and I definitely don't have that phone number anymore. Maybe I should activate a number and utilize it for Night Majik Media.
Growing number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.
I mean, it's no automaton music.
Through the wastelands,
Or that those squeaky chickens getting friggin' squeezed to friggin'
Hey guys,
Tones and I dance monkey.
through the wastelands, through the highways, and on
You don't like serious music.
no, I don't like the mass makes us serious.
You also don't like trap music.
Was that trap music?
It's trap-esque.
I just don't like the guy's voice, nor what he's singing about, because if you actually listen to the lyrics, it's like he's not actually talking about anything.
Who cares? It's free.
Me!
And it's
Me.
copyright free.
Me!
No
I
one
like-
cares.
I like
No-
living on
no one
the
no one
dangerous
tuning
side.
in cares what our theme song is saying. Our intro music, not even our theme song. It's an intro music. It wasn't written specifically for us.
Maybe that's the problem.
I just grabbed it because it had a catchy groove to it, and I freaking
Groove.
brought it in.
Groove.
It did. It does.
Groove.
Good lord. That's the only way she can actually be loud enough to be heard. Otherwise, she's constantly in the green.
It's better to be in the green.
No, you want to be at 3/4.
There, I got up to yellow.
Look at your son. He's like tilting his head.
I got up to yellow. Is that the goal?
When
Is
you
to
did
get up
that,
to yellow?
when you did that squeak. Look at your son. Wow. So that's a thing, everyone, that you'll have to deal with for the remainder of this show.
Only because you didn't give me this microphone just in my hand.
He's not a fan.
I know. Tell me about it. Tell the microphone about it. Tell me about it. He's so grumpy.
He's grumpy about it, yeah.
If Maddie cares, then I care. See. Hashtag support system.
That's true. That's true. You do have a good support system there.
I do. As a quirky.
You do. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Night Majik Media, we are Coming at you guys live today. Working this new thing here. The new setup, the new playbook, the new everything. As we make our way through the new year.
The new year, because it like only started recently.
This year has gone on. This year has been 2.5 decades long.
Of New Year's. Yeah.
This has been the longest Monday on record. This Monday has lasted 3 months.
This Monday went pretty fast.
Yeah, we're still in Monday from January.
Oh shit! Which Monday? Does that mean I'm 20? Wait, what? How old am I?
21.
Does that mean I'm 24 again? I forgot how old I was. I keep thinking I'm 26.
You're not?
I'm not.
Like, you've still got a while to go.
I'm 25.
You go.
It's because, do you know why?
Why?
It's because Mormo turned 6 this year, and I can't handle that.
Momo turned 6 this year. That's something to think about.
So does Merlin. Merlin does it first. Merlin does it next month.
Yeah, he does. That's always fun.
No. I don't want them to get older.
I mean, but they're gonna.
No.
Yeah, I mean, you almost can't really do anything about it. I'm gonna move my phone so we're not just constantly hearing that thing. That voot, voot. Throw it over on my pile of pants over there.
Yeah, I was curious about your show note there.
That one?
Yeah, that one. The
one show note at the top?
No.
Oh, the pants, how do they work? I was wondering, how do pants work?
I don't get the question.
Like pants.
Please rephrase your question.
Pants.
Yeah.
How do they work?
What do you mean?
When you put pants on, they have a specific functionality, a mechanic, if you will.
Okay.
How do they work?
What do you mean?
Pants.
How do they work?
How do they work?
No, I don't get it. I don't get it.
They're like magnets. They're fucking magic.
No, they're not. You just put them on. Some hard-working, poor Indonesian child has to put them all together, and then you put them on your body, and then suddenly the world deems you as clothed.
Because you're wearing pants.
No, you could wear a skirt.
But you could wear a skirt.
You could,
I
could wear a skirt.
I mean, I guess
there's nothing saying that you could wear a skirt.
I mean, I guess
or tights, or a dress.
I could wear a skirt.
Or shorts. You could wear shorts.
I could wear shorts.
You could wear swim trunks.
Yes, that would be more frowned upon than me wearing a skirt. Because people would be like, "Why are you wearing swim trunks? Where are you swimming? You're in Kroger. And why are you swimming in Kroger?"
That is not the whole story.
This is how we run our show, by the way.
Well. No, so yesterday my dad sends me a picture of a Cocker Spaniel with a bobble in its hair. Because Cockers have more hair than Springers do on their ears. So you can actually take the hair that's on their ears as well as the hair that's like between here, because the Cockers have like extra hair between the space, and make it into a bobble. And I was telling my dad I cannot do that with Merlin because Merlin doesn't have enough hair. And then he said, "You're not trying hard enough." I said, "Okay, I'll do it tomorrow." He's like, "No." And then I'm like, "Too late, it's already in my agenda."
It's already happening.
So I did it. And it was hard to do because, like I said, I had to pull his ears back rather than fluff because he doesn't have the right amount of hair. But it looked cute for a second. I took 3 quick photos and I just like ripped it out so he didn't have to have it in his ears anymore. Poor guy.
He was like panicking.
He wasn't. He did not care. He did not care.
That's good.
He's the only dog that we have that has like hair, you know.
Proper hair.
Like everyone else has fur. Like he has hair.
He has hair like a person.
Yeah.
And he gets nappy.
Some hair. No, because he's not a black person.
Hey man, your hair gets nappy sometimes.
What is nappy?
You get tangles and shit in your hair.
I thought nappy was specific to...
That's just you being racist.
I mean, it's the only time I've heard it because,
yeah, I mean, but
because
it's
us white people call it tangled.
It's also you
That's why people call it the 24... Wait, when did that movie come out? Whatever year Tangled came out.
It's also you being, like, stupid racist.
Is it?
Yeah, because you hate black people.
Hold on. I'm Googling
Maddie
it.
Martin doesn't care about black people.
I don't. But also, it's also a diaper in the UK, so... See what it comes up with. See? The first thing that fucking comes up, a piece of absorbent material wrapped around the baby's bottom.
Yes, because you freaking Googled
I just
co.uk.
said nappy. See? Of hair, frizzy, typically used with reference to black people.
Yes, by you.
By Google.
Because
you are Google?
Because you're racist.
It's informal and US.
By you.
I don't know.
I'm just saying.
Definitely have tangly frizzy hair, but you know, I would just call it tangly frizzy hair. Personally, I don't think I've ever heard someone refer to another white person's hair as nappy.
Another white person.
Yeah, like other than me.
The other
because you just called it because you just did it.
The other white person. Look, it's not my fault that you're racist.
I mean, I'm not the one that said it.
Just saying.
I don't know.
Hey.
I honestly, it's there's two meanings for nappy. One is British, one is American. Therefore, the British one's correct, and you're calling me a diaper head, basically. So.
A diaper head. That sounds even more racist. That sounds like something you would call like a Middle Easterner or something.
Oh no. Duty head.
You fucking diaper head.
Mm. Yeah, and literally the sentence they use for nappy is, I became proud of my thick nappy hair. That's the sentence choice.
Your hair is thick with 2 C's. My wife.
Wow.
I'm just saying. You can't.
What's funny is that the nappy, as in the sense of hair, is older since the late 15th century, whereas nappy, as in like what you put on a baby, only came about in the 1920s, not 2020s, because that's now, and that's so weird.
That's because the American way of saying it is right.
Yeah, it's totally you. I don't know.
I'm just saying. Hey guys.
I'm just saying that I'm never gonna use that term to describe anyone's hair.
You are. You just did.
Nope.
So
Denied.
let's transition poorly into
related searches. Knack, which is a character from something. Oh wait, what the fuck?
no clue.
Knack. A fake person or someone who claims to be special or a special or different background from the real one. No, it says it means a lot of things. Why would other people search this? Who knows?
I don't know, but it's a related search.
I know, that's what I'm saying. People also search for it, like, why?
Because you have a lot of white people pretend to be black and Indian.
I'm not pretending to be anything.
You're pretending to be human. You like walk up to people like, hey, do you guys want to go skateboards?
Happy to be nappy.
Nappy happy.
Happy.
So ultra low latency also doesn't support closed captions. I just realized that.
It doesn't?
No. So,
Oh.
so we would get out in the car. So we would have to put closed captions in post.
I would do that. I would make everything that I said sensical and then just fuck it up for you. Like, blame it on YouTube's captions. I would do that.
I have to talk about this 5G thing I wrote down.
About how people think 5G caused corona.
About how people think 5G is causing everything.
Cancer.
like 5G is causing cancer. It's making people like spontaneously burst into flames.
I hadn't seen that one.
No, well, not so much spontaneously
I've
burst into flame, but they're like
definitely seen cancer, and I've definitely seen corona.
people are also saying it does. People are saying because of the energy levels, it significantly raises the human body temperature when you're near.
So we're gonna combust.
Yeah, when you're near a tower.
And our organs.
So it's causing people to overheat and to have organ failure because of it.
I just overheat on a regular day. Explain that.
It's the 5G towers.
That didn't exist?
Yes.
Oh,
because they were building them. So they had to like pre-warm the area.
Like they've been pre-building them
yes.
since 1995?
Absolutely.
Because I have been overheating since 1995. That's not even a joke.
I'm just saying, it's such an interesting thing. I absolutely shat on this person on Nextdoor.
I know, which I feel I should not have told you about.
I'm glad you told me about it.
No, because I made the mistake of telling David about this person on Nextdoor who was ranting. A guy was ranting, was like, they're really going to put these towers up and they're not even going to ask us and we have no say in this. It's like, it's a 5G. It's a 5G tower, man.
It's a 5G tower.
But what I thought was
great.
It's
not in your backyard.
But what I thought was great is that the first commenter agreed with him.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't the usual shut up. It was, yes. And in California, they found that it was cancering kids. So they the verb of cancering a kid.
They conjugate the word cancer.
So they got rid of it immediately.
It's just so crazy. It's so absurd that they could have that. And I completely clobbered them down because I was just like, it's amazing that we can have all of these medical researchers and scientists that are pulling all of this millions, billions of dollars into making sure these things are up and running and safe to use. But some dude is reading an article written in Reddit because of some person named Sarah, some Susan, who's a stay-at-home mom who dropped out of high school in her senior year. She read an article that says it causes cancer, so now she's propagating that, and you freaking believe her because it's confirmation bias. That's really all people want. People want confirmation bias. They don't necessarily want the correct information. They want to be told that they're right and everything that they're saying is correct. And it's crazy. It was the exact same thing when 4G came around and everybody was talking about, oh, the extra energy in 4G is going to cause this and do that, and we've had 4G for over a decade now, well over a decade. Nothing bad has happened except for Corona and Trump
and the Australian cardinal that got
and the wildfires.
I wanted to talk about that as well because I was like, there's not much of a story, but he was the oldest guy, Catholic cardinal, to ever be accused of sexually assaulting boys in the 90s, and he was the oldest guy to go to jail for it, and I guess they completely just acquitted it, like, oh, he didn't do it, it's fine.
Because he's part of the Catholic family. The Pope and that whole thing, the Vatican, that's what I was looking for. They can absolutely just shut down whatever. It doesn't matter what crime is committed. They can just be like, oh, you committed a crime. You are ominous dominus, absolved of your sins. And that's why religion is so fantastic. That's like the reason why organized religion is the greatest thing in the world.
Yikes.
Because people can just, commit crimes against humanity and do whatever.
No. Dairy farmers in one of Canada's largest milk-producing province are poised to dump millions of liters of milk due to coronavirus.
Because the coronavirus is in the milk? Doesn't pasteurization kill everything inside the milk?
Dairy Farmers of Ontario has told farmers to get rid of raw milk to keep prices stable and prevent oversupply.
Yeah, you can have oversupply. If people in Canada aren't buying a lot of milk.
But we need milk.
But they're not sending it across the border.
We need some milk.
They're not sending it to us.
Yikes, there's a lot. going on.
I'm just saying.
So it's about people not drinking enough milk? I don't know.
We need to drink more milk. I can't. I would gas out the entire city of fishes. Coronavirus would die because I would be the person that killed it. The temperature would raise 8 degrees Celsius.
Hoarding has died down in Canada, but not here. And the bulk buyers are all closed down, so...
Right. So Target and Costco are supposed to close on the 12th?
Are they?
Yeah, Costco, Target, and a handful of others to give their employees a break. I think it's only for the day of the 12th.
Wow.
They're closing down all their stores just to give people a freaking day off. Stop coming into the office.
The office.
Stop it.
I will probably never go to Costco again.
Why is that?
Because COVID will never end.
Costco.
That's not even a joke.
People will just keep. Yeah. Well, is Costco enforcing the one person?
I don't know because I haven't been. Because I'm not crazy. I don't have a death wish.
Kroger's doing it.
Everyone else is doing it, so probably, but they're not taking returns on people who are bulk buying items that they don't need.
Good.
So, but I don't know. I don't know how much milk you can take from a Costco right now. I just know that I'm not going near Costco.
I don't know how much milk people need. That one dude had like 12 gallons.
I mean, it depends on the date. Like, are you making a cake? You know, like, are you also eating spicy food? How many cups of tea do you need?
Yeah, I bit into that one wing. I had a wing that had desert heat from B-dubs, and I had to go pour myself a glass of milk because it killed me.
He needs some milk. I had to buy whole milk. Did you notice that?
I saw the glass container. I was like, ooh, she bought fancy milk.
Oh, I did. I'm excited to try the Oberweis dairy. No,
that's the milk that Ray used to buy.
Yeah.
From Marsh.
Well, we actually, when we went to the home show, Oberweis Dairy was there, and they're like, buy your milk, and we're like, no, because you're not lactose free. So
sorry about you.
You've got a whole milk as well as. So
you bought like non-lactose free whole milk, and you want me to consume it?
No, I bought lactose free whole milk.
Oh, that's fine. I can do that.
The Oberweis is 2% non-lactose.
I used to only eat my cereal with whole milk because I went from whole. Well, I went from.
That accurately just looks like my face, like with a pimple, honestly. Flaming fucking pimple. Stop. You better be careful to not get that in my eye.
You are 92 degrees, 93 degrees, 94 degrees, 94 degrees.
Okay, anyway, yeah, we got milk.
So you got, almost like, I want to play the game with that.
Cause you like the laser?
He does.
Do you like the laser?
He loves it. He's like, Dad. Don't. Yeah.
He's going to play with me.
So yeah, I used to only do whole milk for my cereal and for other things, but for consumption I would do 2% or 1%. And then when I got on my health kick, my like 6-year health kick, I don't know if it's a health kick at 6 years. I was only doing skim milk, and skim milk is like water.
Skim milk is water, but
so when I first went from skim milk to 2%, I was like, oh god.
Like, please re-explain to me how you used whole milk in cereal, but 2% for consumption.
Oh, like. I meant more like drinking it by itself. Like, so if I made brownies or cookies.
But that's like, in your cereal is a pretty heavy commitment to it. I cannot stand.
You can just pour it out, though.
I can't, no, you don't waste milk.
I mean, you can.
But you don't.
Like, pre-pandemic, you can.
But you do. I don't
But
waste.
you can.
I never did.
Like, living by yourself, you buy a gallon of milk, you're not going to consume a gallon of milk before it expires.
I do.
I mean, you are a special case.
You're just wasteful.
No,
honestly.
No,
you are. But
I don't eat something simply because it's in the house.
But you should.
No, that's not the reason to eat something.
Okay, fine. Let's put this out to our audience. Because I think that unless you are having a bad reaction to it, or you simply can't, your body, like every time you try and eat it, it makes you throw up, you should eat what's in the house.
You can eat what's in the house, but sometimes you want this thing, starts with a V.
Also, you should eat leftovers before you make yourself new stuff, because then you get into the process of wasting the leftovers.
There's this thing in life. It's the spice of it.
Let's just see what the people have to say, Bob.
It's called variety. So
and you should think about that.
Sometimes you're eating something and you're like, man, this is boring.
No, I'm sorry. Make less of it next time.
Sometimes you can't really control.
I think that the one people dish, like, all of those YouTube channels is like how to make something for one person.
Yeah,
would disagree.
Because when I lived by myself, YouTube was totally like the thing it is in 2020 and even 2019 or even 2018 or even 2017 or even 2016.
I just think you're wasteful.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that, but there's this cool thing about living by yourself and having like an adult income.
There's a cool thing about being wasteful.
It's a very cool thing about being wasteful is that
I mean, let's just look at this. If everyone, like, think about the trash that the United States just creates in itself. If everyone did that like you, the trash would be like tenfold.
It'd be like Canada. Canada produces like 10 times the amount of trash per capita.
Then yes, it would be like Canada. But we don't, like, you don't even compost.
I recycled.
See, your mom uses them. Say leftovers for lunch. Absolutely. But he doesn't eat them. He'll, like, make something. Then the leftovers will be in there for the next week or two.
Like 6 days. And if you're talking about my casserole, I told you the casserole didn't come out the way I wanted it to.
See, I'm just saying that you need to finish what's in the house. Don't be wasteful.
It's not necessarily being wasteful.
Because then you don't eat it.
You're like, oh man, I'm hungry, but I don't want that.
And I say, tough. I tell myself tough, and I eat it.
That's interesting.
Because you don't want to waste.
Because I don't do that.
No, that's right.
I don't even do that a little bit.
That's why you contribute to the American waste.
I don't ever tell myself tough when it comes to food.
I absolutely tell myself tough.
I mean, like, even if I'm like, man, I really want to eat it like Peterson's as an example, I don't just say tough.
I say tough tits.
I'm going to go eat at Peterson's. Burb.
Nope. I say tough tits.
I'm going to go get some.
We've got enough stuff in the house.
I'm going to go spend $150 on a steak and some potatoes.
Nope.
BRB.
Nope. Tough tits. Gotta get it eaten.
I'm just saying. It's a different. It's different.
It's wasteful.
I don't know about wasteful. It's. I'm not taking the food and saying, "Fuck it."
You basically are by the time you like.
I eat some of it.
I have to throw a fucking like an obituary for all the food that like has had to be thrown in. To be fair, since I've moved in, you have become a lot better.
I'm just because you hold a gun to my head.
I do because I just don't. Like, no, you're not gonna waste the food. Stop. I also get really, really upset if bread goes moldy before I've had a chance to go all the way. Like I cry.
I know, but see that means. But see, you're like on the far opposite end of the spectrum as me. Yeah. You will eat food simply because it's in the house.
I know, that's really bad.
You're not supposed to just eat food because it exists.
But it's there.
Like I know, but see, it also leads to very different shopping habits. Like I go to the store, I'm like, I want bread. I buy an loaf of bread. No. I buy an loaf. Mm-hmm. Or I'll be like, you know what I would like? I'd like some shredded cheese for a few meals this week. I buy an bag of shredded cheese. Maddie's like, do you want cheese? Do we need cheese in the house? Actually, you know what? I would like to make chili this week. Could you please pick up some cheese? Or I would like if you made chili this week, can you please pick up some cheese? And she's like, okay. She goes to 6 different aisles.
With Ann Loaf.
Ann Loaf, So Anne Loaf is actually the woman.
No.
She was born in 1615. You've heard the phrase "the greatest thing since sliced bread." Anne Loaf actually invented sliced bread, and it's funny because before that it wasn't called a loaf of bread. Anne Loaf is the reason why we call it a slice of. Is the reason why we call it a loaf of bread, and she actually co-invented sliced bread with the with the Jewel family. The Jewel family, very famous family. Marcus and Christina Jewel, out of Norschweiz, Germany. They actually invented that unit of measurement that we use for measuring energy. And Christina Jewel and Anne Loaf invented the loaf of bread and then sliced it. And they decided to patent that technology. It was actually a patent that lasted from 1714 to 1831. And then they had to let it dissolve. So then other companies came along, such as like Wonder Bread and Little Debbie. And
I told you exactly why Wonder Bread was created. You know exactly why Wonder Bread was created. Do not even. Yes, look. Exactly. Cow shit.
Yes. Oh no. Come on.
Yes, I do bring you back choices. But I also
you
use
bring back,
up.
but you don't bring back. It's not like you say, you know what? If I'm gonna bring back multiple packets, let me grab the 6-ounce ones and bring those back. You're like, hey, I brought you a pound of this and
I bought you a pound
of
something once.
And then it's like, it's just like the broccoli thing. It's like, hey, you want some broccoli? Yeah, I'd love some broccoli. Let me buy you 38 pounds of broccoli.
No, okay. You said, hey, I'm going to go back into my broccoli and chicken thing, which for you was a daily, like sometimes several times a day thing. So I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the broccoli apocalypse. I was ready. I was ready, and you changed your mind.
COVID broccoli.
COVID broccoli. Brock-apocalypse.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like, when I'm like, hey, I'm gonna eat this, I mean, I'm gonna eat this.
I've noticed. I'm just saying.
I've noticed.
I've seen you do.
Fat bitch.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying. I've
noticed.
I've seen you do this. You're like, I'm gonna have.
Yes, it's frozen broccoli.
It's
still frozen broccoli. It takes up 90% of our freezer.
I'm just saying. You're like, I'm gonna have a bowl of peas.
Yeah.
With tuna.
Yeah.
And some egg on top. What I take that as is, I'm gonna have that for this meal. What you mean is, I'm gonna eat that. I'm gonna eat that for the entirety of 2020.
I did it for 2019.
And now you're on avocado toast, which you've been on for the last 7 months.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Every day.
Every day.
I cannot eat the same thing every day.
And I'm gonna have to eat your broccoli because it's there.
You don't even like broccoli.
I don't enjoy it, but I will fucking eat it, David.
Stop it. Stop eating things. Stop eating things because they.
Like, I will genuinely not like something, but it's there.
You don't have to. You do realize we're not in
I feel like I have
times of force or famine. We don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to.
I do.
You don't.
I have to.
You do not have to eat something because it's in the house.
I have to eat something.
Just because it exists.
It exists in the house, so I have to have it.
But you don't.
I do.
But you don't.
I do. There are certain things that I won't eat, but most things in the house I'll eat.
You don't. It can exist. Basically, what I'm saying is, it can exist in the house. It can exist in the house. No, it cannot. But and then what that leads to is you buy like I said, okay, for instance, this last Monday shopping thing, because she did our COVID shopping.
#COVID shop once a week.
And she was like, you said you want bread. I'm like, yes, please pick me up a loaf of bread. She picks up 2 loaves of bread.
I picked up 3.
And this fuck off freaking cut your own slices.
Yeah, so you got fresh made sourdough bread, and then 2 other options. because they didn't have the one bread that you wanted, and I was trying to get out of there, so I was like, I'm just gonna grab these ones and then hope for the best.
Hey, can you pick me up some regular bacon and some turkey bacon? She's like backing a truck into the friggin' driveway.
I got you turkey bacon. I
Yes,
got
you
you
did.
regular bacon. I bought chicken bacon, which was not a good idea. Then I bought several packs.
Yes.
And I
Several
bought
packs is
chicken.
one way to say it.
I bought you chicken.
Yes, you did.
Chicken wings.
You did buy a fair amount of chicken wings because I do consume those almost regularly.
But like you can decide. See, the difference between your and my shopping really boils down to I plan. You decide what you want right then and there.
Mm-hmm.
I can't cater to someone who just decides what he wants right then and there. Therefore, you get some choices.
Yes. Ann Loaf and the Scissor Sisters.
Brioche bun. Brioche would be a nice girl name.
No, it wouldn't.
Brioche?
Do not call.
Brie?
You will not call our daughter friggin' Brioche.
Whose daughter?
The one that's in the next room over.
I am totally gonna get Corgi girl called Brioche.
Oh no.
Not Corgi. I'm gonna get a spaniel named Brioche.
You're gonna get
I'm gonna get a Cocker Spaniel.
a Swedish Valhund.
No. I wish, but no. I'm just gonna get a Cocker Spaniel named Brioche. She'll be like a chocolatey brown color and brioche bun. No, the sandy brown color.
Speaking of things that are just being eaten because they're in the house, whatever happened to my donuts?
What donuts?
The donuts you bought me, I had one of them.
What donuts?
You purchased donuts.
They're still, I told you where they were.
Okay.
They should be on the Lazy Susan, and I told you that!
I didn't see them.
I'm gonna fucking find them right the fuck now.
Oh my god, she's...
Bye.
Bye! You can't just say bye mid-show. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is what we have to deal with, by the way. Random fits of... She did move. She decided to just... she just decided to GTFO. Because if she comes back with donuts... The chat doesn't think you have donuts.
You better fucking apologize to me! Cause they're right here! Right here! And you still didn't get the chocolate thing. There's a chocolatey thing. There's a pastry in there. So you got donuts that are like a week old now. They're a week old because that's when I went to. That was over a week ago. And then this,
they're very hard.
which I thought would be delicious a week ago. It's now it's in there basically. It's like a chocolate pastry thing, and I got myself hazelnut ones, which were nice. Anyway, you didn't apologize, so please apologize.
These donuts are not crispy, but they are hard.
No, he's saying crispy or creamy, like Krispy Kreme.
I know, but
They're from Kroger. They were Kroger fresh baked because
they were fresh last week.
Yeah, a week ago.
Week ago.
Man, you just I told you where I put them and everything. He can't have that, by the way.
I don't want to give it to him. I was
Good.
knocking
Because
off.
he can't have that. Stop! I said stop! Honestly, let's go back to the fact that you suck at hide and seek.
I don't play hide and seek.
Because you suck at it. You're like, where's it? That should have been heated. That would have been lovely heated. I'm just telling, that's we rock fucking hard. Because there's chocolate in the middle.
Barely.
Well, if you'd warmed it up, it would have been more. Honestly. I got myself these, but they were the hazelnut, so chocolate hazelnut ones. So you warmed them up slightly, and it was this beautiful pastry with like Nutella in the middle. It was wonderful. I had them when they were fresh. I had them the day I bought them. Because if it's in the house, I must consume it. I don't really like donuts, though. You nasty! Close your mouth! What you doing? Oh my god. You're making crumbs, because he's fucking at the floor.
Right, now Cam wants donuts.
Yeah. Anyway. I am abused so much in this relationship when he'll tell me, oh, what happened to this?
Because nothing.
Because what?
Nothing.
Because what?
Nothing. We
exactly.
I'm gonna play the male peeing session right now.
Oh my god.
You brought this on yourself.
Yeah. I love you.
So Maddie and I were on Storyblocks website, which Carice probably knows a lot about, but
which makes me think of Storybots.
So yeah, Storyblocks is a website for like downloading like royalty-free sounds, royalty-free music, royalty-free loops, and all kinds of stuff to use for creators and content creators. And Maddie had me type in the word toilet, and
no, I did not say type in the word toilet. We were deciding.
You want to find a toilet flush sound?
Yeah, because I thought it'd be funny. So he was deciding what we should start out. What did you call it? Like, you said a specific word to call it for starting.
Oh,
the
a
show.
bumper.
Yeah. And I was like trying to come up with all these ridiculous sounds, and they didn't have any of them. Like, they did not have any of them. So I'm like, oh, just type in toilet. That'd be funny. And then this fucking happened.
And then I found this.
What kills me is not that it's a man peeing. What kills me is that
It is pretty ridiculous.
So he preemptively organizes this. So he puts the camera down.
No, he sets like a boom microphone.
Okay. So, but then he's like, "Oh, do you know what should be included? Me opening the toilet seat.
Yes.
That's crucial because otherwise I could just be peeing anywhere. So you hear." Tiny little zipper sound, and then at the end, gotta make sure that they realize I know how to flush a toilet.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't get his hands being washed and everything.
I know. I mean, did he pick up the camera immediately, or did he cut this afterwards? Because
Momo, why are you rubbing your lips across my fingers?
What's the donut?
He's like this. He's like, hey, Dad, you
You want donut? You want donut?
You can't have these rock hard donuts, bud.
You can't because they have corn syrup in them. They were made for your dad over a week ago.
There you go. There you go. That's the sound of the donut hitting the desk.
That's dumb.
But some of the donut's still soft. Probably the part that'll kill you.
Who even knows? Because I thought you ate them a week ago.
It's like, so what's happening is the donut's like soggy.
Yeah, because of the glaze.
So it's like half soggy. Why'd you buy 4 donuts? Because I had one, and there's 3.
I bought 4 because 4 is all they had left.
That's not a good reason to buy something.
That's why I bought 4.
You know, when I bought myself bacon.
Guess what? What did I also buy you?
Bacon.
That came in a 5-pound bag recently.
Sour Patch Kids.
So, you know.
But you got that, like, custom ordered.
I did.
And it was awesome. And I was...
You just want donuts.
He's licking my
You
fingers.
just want donut. I know you. You want the donuts, but you cannot. You can donuts. Donuts.
He's like, Dad has sugar on his fingers. Oh, nope. Nope.
He hates this microphone.
So, you know one thing that...
You still haven't apologized, by the way.
Apologize for what?
For being like, you ate my donuts.
I'm sorry.
For what? Don't touch me.
No, let me kiss you on the forehead.
Also, he licked me earlier.
Momo, it's okay. He's just protecting you. I licked your neck because it was sweaty.
I went for a run and he treats me by licking my neck.
Yes. Because I was like, what would be weird? So I was like,
That.
yes. But you know what's not in short supply? Alcohol. At all.
I thought you were gonna say sweat. No,
Sweat. Sweat is not in short supply right now.
Alcohol. You're right. But many other things are.
But
Gaviscon. Can't get Gaviscon.
Yeah, right. You had to like custom order that.
I did have to.
You had to like call up the freaking pharmaceutical company behind Gaviscon and have them print you out a freaking 100-pill bottle. And you had to pay a premium because they were like...
I did pay a premium.
Yeah, I know. It's like trying to buy a Nintendo Switch right now. What is the deal with that, by the way? Freaking...
I told you.
Maddie...
We talked about this last week.
I bought Maddie a Nintendo Switch. She was like, you should get a Nintendo Switch so we can play games. And I was like, I'll wait until, after.
I didn't say that. I said, you can borrow mine. And you were
No,
like,
you were...
no, if I really want to play one.
No, but then you were like, there were certain things that you were like, you should get a Switch so we can, like, share files or some bullshit. And I was like, all right, cool.
Oh,
but
no,
then
I
was
just
like,
wanted to use you for Pokemon.
That's fine. That's fine. That's a perfectly legitimate reason to add another Switch to the house. I just was like, I just know I wouldn't play it. So I was like, I'll wait until after things settle down at work, and I'll just pick one up for cheap. Yeah, that's not happening.
For cheap.
That's not happening anytime soon. I was like, I could have got to use one. There was that refurbished one which had like everything for like $200.
Yeah. True. You gonna cross out the other thing?
What other thing? The mail piece. Yes. There.
What does the S stand for? Oh, strike through. Got it. I forgot. It's been such a long time.
Since you've had to use strike through?
Since I've called it strike through.
There's like literally no reason to call it strike through.
I know, but that's what it is.
And there's literally no reason to have a strike through font.
No, I like it.
Other than
for
aesthetic purposes.
For secrets.
For secrets.
Yeah, you can't see the secret because it's strike through.
I can absolutely read that. Even
You can't because it's strike through.
Wow.
It makes it illegible.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
I mean, technically we can cross out the 5G Corona and 5G conspiracies, conspiracies.
Turning the frogs gay.
It's turning the freaking frogs gay!
Oh, Jesus.
So, I do want to talk about this cookie thing. Apparently, you can make a giant cookie in a slow cooker. And I had no idea until I saw this video on Facebook that someone shared.
Yeah.
And you'd make it the exact same way you would make a normal batch of cookies, except you put the entire thing in a slow cooker for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that in my face now.
Well, we could do that.
No, because then it would be up to like midnight. And then I would like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say tonight also? Weren't you the person that made me make you pancakes at 10:30 at night 2 nights ago?
Yes, because you can make pancakes quickly.
I can make pancakes.
You make pancakes so quickly that you start at like 10:25. I was satiated and in bed by freaking 11:15. You make pancakes quickly and deliciously, by the way.
Well, we can still make it if you wanted to.
You can make a pan cookie. That's a thing, actually. That's a thing.
It's called a skillet cookie. Educate yourself.
I will bleed on you. Apparently, I cut myself.
Is this your last resort?
Cut my life into pieces. This is my plastic fork. Mormo is not happy right now because he got no
donut.
Because he got no
No
donut.
donut.
If he had a donut for every time we let him have a donut, he'd
Yeah.
have no
No
donuts.
Because he can't have.
Oh yeah, then like there was the one where it was like the person blowing their nose in the bathroom.
Oh, that was so fucking weird. But they don't have anything else. Like they have peeing sounds.
Yeah, but we like looked up weird shit like orgasm sounds. They didn't have that.
But like, I'm just saying that you're hitting someone's fetish with the pee sound. You are like.
Well, that is a thing on Pornhub. It's,
Like, what
the
else
sound itself is not a category, but being urinated upon
What else
is a
was
category.
it? What else was I like? Like they didn't have. Oh, I wanted like dragon noises. They don't have dragons.
Yeah, I
Like,
typed
why
in.
don't they have dragons?
Well, they had the one dragon sound, dragon long breath.
And then they had goat noises, but they didn't have any screaming goat
Yeah,
noises.
they didn't have any screaming goat noises.
I'm just
But
saying.
they did have that one woman scream that we were like.
But they have like this whole selection of peeing, but I'm just saying, people have skewed priorities.
But which one is slightly more niche, peeing, or a goat scream?
I would say the peeing. I
Really?
would have hoped
Like
the peeing.
let's say you're putting together a video,
Yeah.
like a movie.
Yeah. I would hear a goat scream before I would hear someone open the lid of a toilet, pee, close the lid of the toilet, and flush it.
No, but you can pan that to a channel, and use that like let's say you're trying to make an indie version of The Big Lebowski. There was no goat screams.
Goat noises.
There were no goat
You have
screams.
to update to goat noises.
Who's gonna have the goat noise?
Me. Every time I swear. Ah!
You can't just have random goat noises
Yes, you can.
throughout the
You're
entire
not trying
show.
hard enough.
I mean, I'm trying pretty damn hard, and you can't just interject.
Yes.
No.
Anyway, this site sucks.
Yeah, I definitely canceled my subscription. I'm gonna move over to Motion Array. Even though Motion Array doesn't really do sound effects, they do a lot of transitions and templates for After Effects and things like that. Maybe one of these shows I should do like once I get decent at After Effects, I should do a like an After Effects tutorial, teach people how to make a title or something. I'm pretty sure a lot of people
Won't care.
No, there's a lot. Apparently, you look at the view counts on on those things, and a lot of people care. Those things get like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of views. You're just the one that doesn't care. He doesn't want you to do that. He's like, Mom, you guys are doing a show. Nice.
I love you. I do. Why don't I have a cord cam? Like just a cord cam.
I don't know. So anyway, yeah, those After Effects tutorials, the Premiere Pro tutorials, those things get a lot of views. Not from you, because
No, because I don't care.
you don't care about anything other than corgis.
Corgi boy. I love you. Blah.
Wow. Hi, Morarms.
Mama.
Good
He's
boy.
like, give me a donut.
That's all he cares about right now.
Is the donuts.
I'm just going to put the bag down gently. It would empty out quickly.
Not like the carrots earlier, though.
No, he didn't like those. Kaya freaking loved those.
Gray wasn't too angry.
No, he got the sugars out of it like a horse. He got the sugars out of it, and he was quite happy with that. Oh, man, yeah, I decided to get some wings, and they came. I had to select a veggie or a sauce, and I didn't want any. They were like, "What kind of dipping sauce do you want? Blue cheese or ranch?" Neither. You have to pick one. None. Ranch and leave it on the counter. I don't want it. Sorry, sir. We got to give. Or you could pick a veggie.
I mean, they're also dumb because they stopped doing buffalo chips, so we don't care about them either.
Yeah, they did. At least the B-dubs off of 37 decided that they no longer wanted to supply, unless maybe there's a shortage, but they have fries. There's a buffalo chip shortage. That specific cut of potato, because there's different cuts of potato.
Yeah, you decide to cut a potato a certain way.
No, there's like different parts of the potato.
Stop. You were trying to be sneaky too. You're like, hey, do you want some fries?
No, I asked you if I was gonna get fries because they didn't have buffalo chips.
But you didn't start
and I immediately told you that the reason why we're getting fries. I said, "Do you want fries?" And you were like, "Yeah." I said, "The reason why we're getting fries is because they don't have buffalo chips anymore."
And then
you were like, you freaking went Baniqua, Matiqua, Undiqua, Watermelonisha, Cornbreadisha, and you were like, "No, boo boo, hold on, wait. I will tell you who's doing what with what chips."
I didn't realize that white people can't be sassy. Until I moved over here.
Well, because the only people in the UK, like in Scotland, are white people.
I'm just saying.
There's like 3 black people, and they have to be like on a registry.
Like, I'm just being myself, and you're like telling me I'm being a cornbread person. I don't even like cornbread.
I said you were being a chola. You were like, "No, boo boo.
Yeah, what is that?
You need these buffalo."
Isn't that a... that's a churro.
Isn't that a delicious dessert?
Did I talk about the churro that I had when we went to New York?
On the show? No, you didn't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It was so good. It had Nutella in it. In the whole part. There was like a whole part. It had
Why don't you try to find some and then you can...
Because it was from a hole-in-the-wall churro place, literally called, like, the churro place, right next to a cathedral.
So you can, like, get your churro...
You can praise the Lord while you're praising the Lord.
And go to Jesus. You have your come to Jesus moment with some Nutella.
It was really good.
I bet that was fantastic.
What were you talking about before this? How did I get there?
Because I called you a chola.
Oh, yeah, churros. What were we talking about before that?
Buffalo chips.
Oh, yeah. Viva la buffalo chip. That's what I wanted.
You were very upset that they didn't have buffalo chips.
I am upset. I will never... Like, you cannot tell me that fries are a substitute for buffalo chips. They're 2 entirely different things. You want to sit there and talk about different cuts of potato.
They are. They come from different parts of the potato. The buffalo chips come from the ends of the potato.
See, now I'm hungry.
Fries come from the center. I know, because only on the podcast days do you wait until frickin' 5 minutes before the show to be like, "Man, I should eat something."
Yeah, but now I haven't.
And then you cook something, and then you scarf it.
Excuse me, that is no different from how I eat. That is no different. Outside of the time of day, that is no different from my regular eating habits.
What do you mean?
I scarf food.
No.
I scarfed our food.
You were listfully enjoying your avocado toast today.
No, I kept forgetting it was there.
Oh my fucking god. That is not how you eat food. You don't forget that you have food. No one forgets that they have food somewhere.
I was too busy playing Animal Crossing to eat.
Which is actually a perfectly acceptable answer.
So I kept forgetting that it was there, and I was like, oh, I should eat.
And then Mormo jumped up on the bed and was
tried
like,
to eat
hey.
my avocado toast, so I had to be like, no. Yeah, see you.
That's what happens when you have corgis, man. They just like they
decide
snake
that
in.
Avocado toast.
And they're like, hey, I'm gonna eat your avocado toast. Look, Mom was like, you didn't feed me a donut, now I'm dying.
Toast? Oh, shit.
Yeah, you want toast at Grandma's?
You want to go to Grandma's house? Yes.
Oh, he winked.
Oh, he winked. He's like, hell yeah.
Yes. He's like, I really want a donut, though.
Yep. I heard 2 of those the same thing.
What?
Your notes. Aren't 2 of those the same thing?
The
updates and the updates.
Okay, so I had the COVID-19 updates as more of a global nationwide thing. Here's what COVID's doing. But for local COVID updates, I had that as kind of a, well, there's local and then there's national, and those two are not the same thing. Like, those 2 words are actually nowhere near each other in the dictionary.
No, but COVID...
They're not even on the same page.
Because it's alphabetical, David. That's why they're not on the same page. But see also.
Yeah, no, you don't even see an also. It might be like under like antonyms.
No. Do you have corona?
He has corona.
Corona?
So my buddy Brad stopped by today, and we were just like,
he gave us corona,
and we were just like chatting outside.
I love you.
And freaking people were like out with their kids, definitely not abiding by the 1.5 meter rule, and they were looking at us like we were breaking some sort of law. Like, why are you guys so close? We're not close. We're opposite of each other. He's in the driver's seat of a car. I'm opposite of the passenger seat. Freaking get the fuck. Get to fuck.
Mama, I love you.
You better you better don't.
I'm sorry.
You better don't.
I'm sorry. Oh, you farted. I used to love that.
Oh no.
I used to love that.
Why is Momo farting?
His inky butt.
Because he didn't get a donut, so now he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna gas you out of here.
Like you?
I'm gonna
Every night?
Dude, frickin' that other night I was miserable.
My boy.
And that was just like every time I wiggled my body was like spurt.
People are not taking this seriously. We've talked about the parks, we've talked about people just not fucking doing what they're supposed to do. In the UK, you're only allowed to do shopping once a week. Here it's every day. I think it should be reduced to every week. Or increased to either or. Whichever way you look at it, people should not be going out every day to be at Kroger.
Yeah, well, because people right now, what's happening is people are going to Kroger because there's nothing else to do.
And there's also nothing at Kroger because people here are still hoarding, like whack jobs.
Well, and it doesn't help that if the Target freaking Costco thing is true, they're going to panic even more because of the one day that they're going to be closed. One day that they're going to be closed.
I don't even know what to say about it, though.
And what day is the 12th? Like,
it's Sunday.
It's
Easter.
Is it?
It's Easter.
Oh, yeah.
See? It's Easter.
So they're going to close on Easter. Yeah, let them fucking close.
Easter Sunday. It's a holiday.
To allow people to have a freaking a holiday.
This Easter Sunday.
He has risen or something like that.
I'm gonna, like the bread that we can't make because there's no all-purpose flour anywhere.
I'm just saying, it's just.
I'm gonna make pancakes.
Yeah, you are.
My dad's gonna be here. Wait, no. My dad's gonna be here. Well.
Do the math.
Well, he said Sunday.
Before you
said Sunday.
Before you open your face.
He said Sunday.
Do math.
He said Sunday.
I said Sunday.
He did. He said see you Sunday. So I guess so. So, but Mom then said he was leaving on Saturday, so I guess.
That's
It's 16 hours.
It's a 16-hour. Yeah, so he's gonna stop, probably get a hotel.
No, he's not.
He's just gonna drive straight through for 16 hours.
I don't know. Father, please reconfirm. I mean,
I wouldn't.
Why would you get a hotel though with Corona?
I would stop somewhere.
I would not stop.
You would drive for 16 hours.
I would.
You would be upside down in a ditch.
No, you know what? I would sleep in my car. Sure as shit would not take a
because
hotel right now.
I can tell you, as someone who has driven across the country,
I wouldn't even take pee breaks
on multiple times. No,
I know.
when you see 16 hours, they're not factoring in pee breaks and gas station stops. They're saying
I would not take pee breaks.
If you did 60 miles an hour the entire way, I
don't know.
I'm just saying, as someone who has driven across the country multiple times, when you start breaking into the 11th and 12th hour of driving, things start getting a bit weird.
I forget, but Dad and I have done something similar when we were moving horses.
In the UK, yeah, but I mean, all of the UK to drive across is like 6 hours.
Quite a decent amount of time. I can't remember. You'll have to from that.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe you wasted all this donutry that I bought you. Eat all of them now.
That's gross. No.
I'm gonna whip them up into a shake and feed them to you. To Cornwall.
Ferry.
England.
9 hours.
Oh, well, we did that.
9 hours. I would do that on a weekend. I'm just saying, you can't compare. But I'm not comparing the United States to the UK because the UK is this big. The UK is this big when it comes to driving distances. I mean, 9.5 hours, 9 hours and 47 minutes. That was from my house in Alpharetta to my parents' house in Florida. And that isn't even like all of Florida. That's like the center of Florida.
Goodbye is not forever.
I was actually gonna post the photo my mom sent me. And just like make it like a freaking like a story photo though.
Oh my god! So people would have to like contact you. That's funny.
It would be fucking hilarious. But yes, the comment you heard about people saying I look like Will Smith in that photo. I was like, yeah.
My mom said you look like Will Smith. I just said that your neck is the same width as your head.
And it still is.
It's not though. It is not though. You looked like a square.
I was a square.
You were straight up and down a square.
Yes.
With those nasty circular sunglasses on.
I love those sunglasses.
I just hate those sunglasses. I hate those sunglasses.
You just hate everything fashion.
If they're circular sunglasses, then yeah.
Those were fashion. They still kind of are.
Like goodbye is not forever.
Goodbye is not forever. And then we Googled it.
And it was a thing.
It was a thing. It was like an actual thing. We're like, oh.
I'm so glad I don't have any like prom photos or like.
Did you guys even like have
Prom's
a prom?
Not a thing. We have discos. We have school
discos. Did you have a homecoming?
No.
No one came when they got home.
No, we just had school discos, and it was the same shit every time. And the one time...
Did you panic?
In fourth year.
Seventh year.
Fourth year, when
minute.
When the sketchy girl in my class brought a full fucking thing of vodka.
Nice.
Unflavored. And I went home and I told my parents that she brought straight up unflavored vodka, and they're like, "Here, try some."
But it's nasty.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're like, I was just like, yeah, she was just like full on drinking it, and they're like, they looked at me because they knew. I'm like, yeah, she was just drinking like straight. It was not flavored. It was not flavored vodka. It was just straight up vodka.
They were like, here we go, like, down the hatch.
And then they're like, here, try it. And I had like the tiniest sip. I was like, like no. And to this day, vodka doesn't agree with my
noticed.
Vodka and I don't get along. I'm a gin person.
Tequila and I don't get along.
What is in a mule?
Gin.
Gin, yeah. I'm a gin person.
Or rum.
Gin or rum person. I can be rummy.
Yeah, you can. So yeah, 9 hours and 47 minutes.
Hungry.
I've driven to So the
I
longest.
know. You know what? It's because I'm so bad at math that I'm like, oh, 16 is like whatever.
16, yeah, that's most of a day.
But I don't think of that. I do not think about that. 16 is a small enough number.
Yeah, but except for when you're talking about hours.
But then I don't even think about that, and I forget that if I'm in the car for more than an hour, in fact, if I'm in the car for more than half an hour, I'm losing my shit.
Yeah.
I forget that 16 hours.
I've also
like
noticed.
Much longer.
I remember last year's rally. You were growing impatient at the navigation, as we were trying to find.
You were growing impatient at the navigation.
Well, I was growing impatient. That you were
I was
impatient.
figuring our shit out. I was forced to read maps by my parents, and I could figure it out where we needed to go. You were like, this fucking thing, they didn't fucking tell us. I can't stop anywhere because I'm black. This is so annoying.
Yeah, you can't stop anywhere when you're black.
I was like, Jesus.
No, because you were like,
so many problems.
No, you were like, pull it, just stop here in front of this person's driveway.
It was like a hill
in the middle of freaking Hicktown, USA.
I don't know.
Where the second my wheels would have stopped rolling, you'd have just heard nigger, and freaking the Descendants from the Hills Have Eyes.
Descendants 3.
It would have just
shoot.
whoa.
I did not mean to turn that go
You
on.
just made that epic as shit.
Descendants 3.
Would have rolled
My
down.
My child left. He's so done with me.
And they would have just like made it like.
I'm
the,
sorry.
The sheriff would have pulled up, the SWAT team, the Navy SEALs.
That was the first experience ever. That was just like pull over.
No.
I know.
No.
But then
I will pull over when we get to a place with when you
buildings.
See
another black person.
Yes.
I will pull over.
I will stop when I see another black person. There wasn't another black person in a 10-mile radius.
There was not another black person for that entire time.
I know, because.
But it felt like home.
Typically, black people avoid places like that. Typically. Out in the middle of
the country?
Yes, yes. Because you know what white people do to black people in the country? They hang them.
Still?
Because they're supported by other white people. They can be as racist as they want to be.
I think that's just so appalling.
Hey man.
How are you gonna feel when we move to a farm in Scotland? How is that
in
gonna
Scotland?
make you feel?
I won't give a shit.
Just thought
because you've said it yourself. They're not racist. They're classist, and I'll make more money than probably half the people there.
Who the fuck knows? If you keep going in your PJ pants, though, it's not gonna.
Yeah, it's not gonna.
Who the fuck knows? All I know is, you were getting frustrated. Bogle was. I gotta stop pressing buttons. Bogle was getting frustrated.
Bogle was getting frustrated.
None of the dogs like being in your car except for Kaya.
Kaya loves it.
Melts into a puddle in any car.
Kaya loves being in a car.
She does. She likes going places.
She does.
She's going places.
I put her in the Mercedes and she just like collapses.
Have you ever put her in the front seat?
Yes.
She is such a good shotgun partner.
She doesn't fucking move.
No, she does. Oh, she does.
I never had her. I had her.
She gets up. She puts her little. Well, probably because you don't have like real cars. Like.
Yes, I've only got the two freaking $100,000 machines.
No, she does. She gets up on your like ledgeway where the window is, and she looks out. She like.
Oh, she'll do that in the back seat, but in the back seat of my car, she'll do that, and then she's like, "Oh, wait a minute."
No, she gets up and she looks out for a little bit. She's in my front seat.
She's like, wait a minute, are these rear seats heated?
She does not want heat. Poor lady, she does not want heat.
Rear seats heated? Like the front seats are ventilated. You get to have AC cooled front seats. What are you staring at?
I'm just looking at
intently.
The other search results.
How far is Cornwall from Scotland? Can you fly from Scotland to Cornwall?
No, St Andrews to Cornwall, like they're like what services? So they're talking about buses.
From Dundee to
trains.
There.
I miss having buses and trains.
I mean, there's kind of a train.
No.
There's kind
of.
like a
Normal, what are you doing? Marv!
Toy.
Marmy, come here.
No.
No, he's stealing from his brother. Marmo,
Probably.
come here.
He's like, I got nothing, Mom.
I know, because he dropped it as soon as he heard me. What are you doing? You're stealing.
I see you stealing.
I know that you steal.
He has no idea.
I'm hungry.
What are you going to eat?
Apparently, I'm going to eat old-ass donuts.
No.
Since you
don't
won't.
You.
You're wasteful. You're so wasteful. This has just proved my point about how wasteful you are.
I'm forgetful.
Wasteful.
It's like, hey, I got you donuts. Cool, thank you. What would when a normal person buys?
When you ever wanted to so much that you could die? Oh my god! You retard.
You can't talk about retards. It's not fair. Yeah.
You sound like one.
Stop trying to tickle my knee.
I'm not trying to tickle your knee.
Try to tickle my knee.
I'm not trying to tickle your knee.
You're trying.
I am not trying
to tickle
your knee.
Oh, you're not trying. You're just actively doing it.
You made me hit Mormo.
You hit Mormo of your own fruition. Of your own fruition. Morms. Don't listen to her. Anyway, so
to make a long story short,
I just put a whole bag of jelly beans.
What else did you want to say about COVID?
No, that's it.
That's it. COVID sucks.
It is doing a lot of. But the cool thing about COVID is
nothing. Nothing's cool about it, David.
The cool thing
Nothing's cool about it, David.
The cool thing is right now, if you want to buy some fucking stock, now is the time to do it. Because everything's in the toilet.
There's nothing cool. Yeah, everything's in the toilet. Because of COVID.
Yes.
Nothing cool about COVID. It's shitty.
It is shitty. But everything is like climbing up. So if you are the kind of person that can day trade, I don't have
trade.
Day trade. I don't have the patience to day trade.
I'm so hungry.
Why don't you eat something?
Because I still have 12 minutes of my contractual obligation where I sit here. Oh wait, we gotta make sure you get a nice thumbnail this time.
Yes, well, because last time you looked as disinterested as a person could possibly look doing anything.
Well,
you had like your face crushed. Like
that's how I have my hand on my knee.
My life is hard. He makes me do this show, guys. You can't see it, but there's a gun pointed at me right now.
I mean, there's guns everywhere in this house.
There are guns everywhere in this house, but none of them are pointed at you.
Sometimes.
Find one that's pointed even like remotely in your direction.
This one. Oh.
Hey! Yeah, so I don't fucking point guns at people.
Sometimes. No, but you pistol whip Mormo.
I've never pistol whipped.
But you did.
Anyone.
Marmo counts as an anyone. Marmo's a huge somebody.
It was on the counter.
It was not. It was in your back pocket.
My weapons are never in my pockets.
In your back pocket.
You said that yesterday about a freaking Smith & Wesson M&P compact. You're like, oh, it's in your back pocket. It's not in my back pocket.
Right. It's up your arse.
It's in a holster.
It was up your arse, and you decided, you're like, oh, let me adjust it while Marmo's right behind me, and it fell, and you pistol whipped Marmo.
First of all, that's not how that happened.
That is how that happened.
It was on the counter.
It was not on the counter.
I was grabbing it.
No, it was behind you in your arsehole. In your arsehole.
First of all, that doesn't even make sense because that was when I had the car CM40 and I never carried the car CM40 in the small of my back. It was too small.
It was right here.
I don't carry small.
It was right here. It was right here.
Now smell your fingers.
No.
Digging people's ass, smell your fingers. Tell me if it smells like hazelnut.
Fuck no. You are so disgusting.
I'm normal. This is normal behavior.
No.
The person that records themselves peeing is disgusting.
It's normal.
That's
somehow.
That is not normal.
Somehow it's normal.
Goat screaming is not normal. Wow. So I did not hit her.
Okay, so
I did not.
You know what? Katie and Connor were there, so you did.
Katie and Connor were not there.
Yeah, they were.
They were not there. I did not have the car when Katie and Connor were here, did I? I didn't have the car when Katie and Connor were here. What year did I buy my Smith & Wesson? Because I bought the Smith & Wesson because I said I was going to sell this.
This was 3 years ago.
I said I was going to sell the car to buy a Smith & Wesson, and you said, okay, as long as I sell the car. And then you got upset because I couldn't sell the car.
You weren't trying to sell a car. You were trying to sell a different... That was when you were trying to sell a different gun, and you came home with 2 guns.
The car.
No, not a car. You were selling a gun, David.
I'm going to smack you with this hard-ass fucking pastry.
See? You're wasteful.
No, it's not wasteful. It's very...
I feel like your
it's a
chat,
fair use.
like, died. No one has said anything since,
No one has said anything, maybe.
It's amazing. Look up now.
No one has said... If I refresh this, will it kill the stream? It probably will.
Yeah, don't do that then.
I'll just do this. I'll go YouTube. And then I'll go here. Go live. It's going to be like, you are already live.
You are already live, you dumb person.
No, there we go.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew there was something wrong. Okay, go up. Keep going. Okay,
That's
stop.
it. The Oz right there.
It would be a Paul Rudd movie. Yes, it would be driving 13 hours. Where did you order from? He ordered from B-Dubs, and they don't do their nice potatoes anymore, so they suck, and we're boycotting them. It's Chula, not Chola. Lol, what the fuck?
Yeah, Chula.
No social interaction. I'll be driving 1,000 miles on Saturday. See?
Yeah.
I will stop several times. It will take closer to 1919. Or we did that to get Bogle. 13, close to 16 hours for Bogle.
Yeah, round trip. Because Missouri's
We didn't stop.
Missouri's not 12 hours away.
But we didn't get a hotel.
Right, but I'm saying you could, but what I'm saying
But
is...
we didn't. Your point was that you would say that you would have to stop for a hotel.
In a 16-hour one-way drive, absolutely.
Why? Versus a 16-hour round trip in the same day.
Because that breakup is what makes it.
He can stop, but he's not going to get a hotel.
I would.
We stopped for like an hour, picked up a dog, and left.
Okay.
But you still won't have class. Yep, good pun. They take them for lynch. Now they shoot them, but you still won't have class. This coming week is supposed to be the worst, supposed to be a week of deaths. I knew there was something wrong. I kept looking at this, and with all the bullshit you say, there was nothing. I knew it.
The chat just wasn't refreshing at all.
Maybe it's still not refreshing. Maybe there's still more. Who knows?
Who knows? Let's duplicate tab.
Why is it so broken?
Why are you so obsessed with me? Nope.
No, but still, that's very broken of it.
I
don't
mean,
even remember what we talked about. But we covered all your show notes.
That is true.
Except for typed into text.
Well, that's just a random thing that nobody cares about. Oh shit, here he comes. He tries to bite it.
Goodness.
Oh, no. He set himself off. He set himself off. Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, you made him unhappy. He was good. Marmo was gonna wake him up. Sorry.
Sorry, Marmo just has an interesting relationship with this microphone. I was hoping to keep my hearing.
Nope, not this time.
See, Marmo woke up the chat.
He did.
See, I knew we were missing stuff. That's annoying.
It happened.
It wouldn't have happened on Facebook.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Bullshit. My neighbors are complaining. Oh my god.
That's that high quality audio that we got coming through your ears with these newer freaking
Because it
microphones.
sounded like a dog with the echo filter on.
Did not sound like a dog.
So yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what else to tell you. He just kind of yelled a bunch of stuff.
He did. He had a lot to add. He had some complaints about you picking up Bogle.
The voice of dog, same.
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 That could be a whole show in and of itself.
My aggressive, but scared, but
He's bipolar.
he's bipolar.
He'll be like, I'm gonna bark at you.
There's a gun that's kind of pointing at me. Made you look.
How old are you?
How old are you? You looked.
Old enough to own a gun. Jeez.
11.
That's not how that works.
How old can you be for a BB gun?
A BB gun?
Yeah.
16.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
if you want to purchase your own BB gun, it's 16.
No, how old do you have to
You
be
can,
to-
I mean, a parent can buy their child a firearm.
You should talk about your toilet roll game.
Oh,
You
man.
got 2 minutes, go.
Well, it's a game that I'm winning.
No.
Because have you found the other one yet?
Have you found the other 3?
No, I wasn't done, and you just started hiding rolls. You're just like, fuck this game. I'm gonna
You
make my
never
own
told
rules.
me what the game's rules were.
there really are no rules. I'm just being a shithead. Don't you hide that roll? Oh my goodness. You can't just hide rolls in your
Explain the game.
You can't just hide rolls in your titties. You gotta.
No, I'm saving them for later.
You can't just have titty rolls.
Yes, you can. Go ahead, explain the game.
So
that you made.
No, I didn't make this game
Made
up.
the game.
This game existed long, and it doesn't always work with toilet paper rolls. It's really anything. So the way it would happen a lot in the Marine Corps is with boots or shoes or like covers and stuff. So like somebody would, and it would happen so inadvertently. You'd have like a bunch of Marines, so we're fucking idiots, and you'd go to use the bathroom, and like you go to the toilet, and there'd be boots on top of the toilet, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. This is the game we want to play. So then like you would literally the next week somebody would go to their like locker to get their uniform, and they'd open the door, and it would just be filled, and boots would just come pouring out. It would be like a cartoon where they open it, just like, ah! But it'd just be combat boots.
Wow.
Tons of them.
But, so, okay, one, you didn't even tell me this was military based before now.
It's where the game started.
2, all I did was you were complaining, I did something about that, and then you're like, oh, so this is the game you want to play.
There was no. I don't even know what you're talking about. A complaint.
You're like, oh, you're just gonna collect all those toilet rolls?
And then I went to the bathroom, and you had them stacked on the freaking toilet, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
This is the game.
You unlocked a game you didn't even know you were playing.
And I still don't know how I'm playing it.
And then I was like, okay, cool. And then you went into your car, and then they were stacked on your steering wheel.
Yeah.
and then you put them in my center console.
Which you had to have a hint for, which I guess I shouldn't have hinted you since you're like, oh, I've hidden this one that you may never find because...
You probably will never find it if I don't tell you where it is.
Because I don't, like... I thought the point was somewhere that you might actually find them. I thought your center console made sense, but clearly you're
only,
so bad at hide and seek. You thought I ate your donuts!
It doesn't... It only didn't work for me because it was in the center console of the Mercedes, and I'm like hooked on the Porsche right now.
Okay, but there was one... Okay, audience. At the time, I thought... An
audience of non-car people.
Okay, I thought... No, but this is just logic, people, okay? So, I thought we were only playing with 5 toilet rolls, which you changed that now. Okay, but point is, I put 4 of them in the console and 1 of them on top of the console. So if you know that there are 5, and 1 of them is in the car on the console, where would you next check?
You also didn't wait until I was done with the other ones, and then you started putting toilet paper rolls in my shoes.
I just put them in your shoe, because I want to see if you noticed.
And a freaking water bottle.
Yeah, the water bottle...
You added a freaking ringer to the game.
No, the water bottle was a test to see if you were paying attention to me, because if I just put a water bottle in your shoe, and you were like, why are you putting a water bottle in your shoe, then I would know it's not safe to do it. But I put a water bottle in there, I crunched it for a little bit, and then I put the other toilet rolls in there, and you didn't notice, so I left.
Was I working at the time?
No, you and I were sat here watching Guy pee.
That just sounds terrible.
That's what we were doing, though.
I'm going to have to start...
I'm just saying, I think it's logical to check where the first one is. You clearly didn't feel that way. You would have never... You're like, the garage is too big to look.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah.
Is that actually how my voice sounds?
That's how your voice sounds. I'm David. I'm also Kratos.
I'm also Kratos.
Anyway, so we've got this friendly rivalry.
Country boy, I love you. Wow, you're really struggling. Is that not a word in Scotland?
I can't say that word. No, because I'm too nice and never have any.
Bull fucking shit.
I don't have
No,
Say the word.
Rivalries?
Wow,
you are... Nope, we're not playing the outro song. You're gonna fucking say rivalry. Rivalry. Reveille. A bunch of people are gonna be waking up.
I can't say it.
This is gonna be a clip. This is gonna be a highlight.
I can't say it. I'm crying. I can't say it. How'd you say it?
Rivalry.
Rivalry.
Is rivalry not a word in Scotland, guys? Can you help me out? Is that not a thing in the UK?
Rivalry. I get stuck on my tongue roll because it expects there to be like another R.
Say rival.
Rival.
Rival. And say re. Rivalry.
Rivalry.
Oh no.
Rivalry.
No, rivalry.
Rivalry.
There you go, rivalry.
Rivalry. That's fucking hard to say. Rivalry.
That is not how you say that word.
Rivalry. Rivalry. Fuck.
You're really struggling to say this word. It's one word.
It's many words.
No, it's not.
It's at least 2 words.
Technically. Rivalry. There you go.
Rivalry.
Jesus Christ.
Rivalry. I can't say it when you put it together.
Dude, it's like toy boat.
Toy boat.
Then say it again.
Toy boat.
Then say it again.
Toy boat.
Then say it
Toy
again.
boat.
Then say it
Toy
again.
boat.
And just keep saying
Toy
it.
boat. Toy boat. What? What?
Yeah, you can't.
She is no longer my daughter. You said rivalry. Rivalry. fucking sounds dumb as shit. Who made this word? I have a problem.
I have a problem.
Rivalry. Rivalry.
Rivalry.
Rivalry.
Almost.
Rivalry.
Stop swapping the letters around. What do you have, a eroticism? Stop. Fucking Elmer Fudd over here.
Rivalry. What? It's worse.
It's not reveille. It's not rivalry. It's rivalry.
I can say revelation.
Yes, that's a
That has
that's
enough,
a word.
Like, has
It has-
enough space in it. Rivalry is not.
There you go. You literally just said it.
Rivalry.
There you go again.
Okay.
Now we can say rivalry. Don't fuck it up. Don't even.
Rivalry.
There you go.
Rivalry.
We have a breakthrough, ladies and gentlemen.
Rivalry.
Now I'm not gonna hear the end of that word for the next week and a half.
I don't know why I was so fucked up. That really fucked up. I should not say that.
That was funny. By the
It
way.
just got stuck. It's like jewelry,
Oh no! You made her lose it! You made her say jewelry, and now she can't say
Where do
rivalry.
you find a public restroom in COVID world? Oh, you can. Well, if you're a woman, you have those sheebies.
I just pee on the side of the road.
Yeah, go pee on the side of the road. That's your public restroom.
Yes.
It's public.
It doesn't get much more public
It's
than that.
public, and you stop there.
I'm taking a rest in this public room. Everyone else in the library.
I would not touch a gas station bathroom right now.
No.
Ball, yeah.
Can I play the outro music, or do you have more rivalries to say? Are you going to say rivalry?
No.
Can you say jewelry?
I could say jewelry.
But you can't say rivalry.
Rivalry. I think it's because it starts with an R. Jewelry.
Jewelry.
But like that starts with a J. But when you put the two R's, I'm fucked.
Rivalry. You had rivalry for a second.
Rivalry.
There you go. Now say jewelry.
It's really hard to say.
But then
Jewelry.
Then rivalry.
Rivalry.
Jesus Christ, man.
Jewelry. Rivalry. My gosh, I gotta train myself.
It's not rivalry.
But that's where my fucking mouth
What
goes.
part of Japan are you from?
Rivalry.
There you
It's
go.
really hard to say. It feels like I'm saying 6 words. It feels like I'm saying words with like marbles in my mouth. Rivalry.
There you go.
I know, but it takes a lot of effort. Feud.
You like
I'm
start.
just going with feud.
You're gonna start sweating from the.
I'm not gonna
from
sweat.
the caloric burn.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry in the laughter.
I'm gonna play the outro music unless you have
Alright.
some more rivalries.
I have nothing to say to you because we're in a rivalry. Fuck, never mind. You know what? I get it every like 100th try.
I can't believe you can't say rivalry.
I can't believe it either, but here we are. Here we are. Clearly, I've not said it enough.
Oh my goodness, no.
Rivalry.
No.
Rivalry.
No. Not even a little
My
bit.
head just loses it. Like, we start and I get it, and then you say other words, and then it's gone.
Oh my god.
Rivalry.
No.
Rivalry.
Nope.
Really.
Mm-mm.
Rivalry.
No.
For poop, you can poop in a bottle. I got poop bags. We got nappies. You can have like Ty's nappies.
You could just like poop in something like this.
No, I wouldn't. Though, honestly, if you're traveling for 16 hours, do you have to poop?
It'll just look like this.
Just Denny, exactly.
It'll just look like that.
Wow, you suck. This is why this is why we are rivals.
If we're rivals, what would we have?
A feud. A disagreement. A strong disagreement.
A strong disagreement. Not a rivalry, though.
No, not a rivalry.
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 Rivaler.
For 18 hours. I mean, sometimes.
No.
Rivalry.
I tell you what, we could just like
Rivalry.
we could just drive in one direction, and we won't turn around and start heading back home until you can say rivalry.
Rivalry.
After saying jewelry.
When I look, I can't. I can't. It's too stressful. Because jewelry does not sound like rivalry.
Yes. See,
Jewelry is like one syllable. Rivalry is
3 syllables.
40.
It's not
Like
40.
40 syllables.
It's
Rivalry.
not like it's Icelandic.
You know what? I probably can't say it because I'm hungry.
Now we're gonna play the outro music.
Shit music.
It works for me. Wow. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to try learning the how to say rivalry when we start.
Rivalry. I gotta look at it. I can't say it if I don't look at it. I gotta look at it.
Rivalry.
Yeah, because I can see it when I look at it.
But all I hear is your voice.
All I'm gonna say, ladies and gentlemen, is the rivalry will continue as we head into the next episode of Night Majik Media.
I'll stay till the finish line.
And we'll see you guys next time on Night Majik Media. Hopefully you'll tune in. Hopefully we'll have some fun.
No.
It won't be a rivalry.
And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, been fighting ways to get away, to see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.